There's one ingredient that as a travel advisor, you need as part of your social media content, and it's yourself. If you want to grow your know, like, and trust factor so you can convert more of your followers into clients, people need to see who the person behind the business is. And that means you've got to share photos of yourself interspersed in all of your other content. Now, the first place you can look is in your travel photo archive. Chances are in your camera roll somewhere, you've got a decent amount of photos with yourself in it that you can use as part of your social media content. But what do you do when you don't have access to a professional photographer or you aren't traveling? How do you create content then? You put on your best outfit, your favorite lipstick, grab your phone, and you have your own DIY at-home photo shoot, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. And here's the thing, you don't need to be a model, a social media influencer, or a celebrity to share content about yourself on social media. It's required of you to do this so you can build trust with your followers and open the door for more bookings. So if you're hesitant about putting yourself out there and putting yourself in your feed, just remember that it's all working towards your goal of growing your business at the end of the day. So first things first, you're gonna pick some props. Pick your favorite top, maybe it's your brand color, or pick a favorite hat, or anything you feel is a good representation of your brand and your business as a travel advisor. For my props in my photo shoot, I picked a couple of my favorite mugs. I picked my favorite hat, my planner, my laptop, and a few other things here and there like pens and pencils. And for you, think about some things that relate back to your niche. Don't overcomplicate it too much. In this first photo shoot, I'm gonna show you how to do this at home in your office. And this is a nice place to start when you're thinking about having your own DIY photo shoot. Your office is a place where you spend a lot of time doing work for your clients. So there are lots of little opportunities that likely pop up in your workday that you can create content around. And that's what today's photo shoot is gonna be focused on. The next thing you're gonna do once you've picked your props is find some good light. I recommend using a natural light source like a big window. If you have a really well lit room in your house, I would opt for that. Now, if it's not in your office, I recommend just taking some of your office supplies like your laptop and your planner or your mug to the space where there's natural light. Now, if you don't have access to natural light inside of your home, you can always opt for having your photo shoot outdoors or bring in some studio lighting like a ring light or a light box. So you've got your props, you've got your lighting, and now it's time to get down to work and take your photos. You're gonna open up the camera on your phone and you're going to select portrait mode. This is gonna give you the best result if you're taking photos of yourself. If you're using primarily natural light, you wanna stick with the natural light option. If you're indoors, then you can switch to the studio lighting option. Really and truly, you can switch back and forth and see which one you think looks best and use that option. Now, I also recommend setting a timer. I like to use the 3-second timer because it's nice and quick, but it gives me a couple seconds to get in place. You're gonna use the window ledge or a set of books, or you can use a tripod to prop your phone up when you're ready to take your photos. We're getting really scrappy here, so use whatever you've got at your disposal. And now that you have your settings in place, you have your timer ready, you can start taking your photos. Now, there are lots of opportunities in your workday to create posts around when you're making your morning to-do list or sipping on your coffee contemplating what you're gonna work on that day, or you are doing some research for a client by looking through a brochure, you're on your computer. I want you to use whatever you'd be doing during your workday to take some photos. You can do selfie style photos where you're smiling at the camera, but it's also a good idea to try and take some action shots of you doing your work. Now, usually when I have these little photo shoots at my home, they only take about 30 to 40 minutes. I pick one outfit, sometimes I'll pick a second to swap into, I put all my props together and I get down to work and do it. So I'm gonna show you today the photos that I took in my shoot, and I'm gonna give you some caption ideas as well so you know what to say when it's time to create your post. So photo number 1, I'm smiling at the camera, I'm wearing my favorite hat, which is one of the props I picked for my photo shoot, and here's how I would caption this photo. Fun fact about me, this hat right here has been on every single adventure since 2018. It's been to Paris, Barcelona, Cancun, and more. I never travel without it, and every time I see it hanging in my closet, I get that undeniable urge to buy a ticket and hop on a plane to somewhere awesome. What's one thing you never travel without? So with this image, I'm giving my audience a little bit of insight into who I am. I'm giving them some insight into my past travels, and I'm ending it off with an engaging question. So photo number 2, I am holding my coffee mug and my planner, and here's how I would caption this. Happy Monday, kicking off the day with my 2 favorite things, coffee and my trusty planner. Today's to-do list includes itineraries, planning, researching for a honeymoon client, and organizing my emails. And those are some examples I would use if I were a travel advisor. When the days get chaotic, having coffee and a game plan written in my planner is what keeps me sane. I can't live without either. What's one thing you can't live without during your workday? If you say coffee, I'm fairly sure we're gonna be fast friends. Photo number 3, I grabbed that second mug that I set aside as a prop, took a photo of it with my laptop and my planner in the background, and here's how I would caption this one. Want a sneak peek of what I'm working on today? I promise it's good. I'm putting together plans for a 40th birthday spent in a luxury villa in the Greek islands, and I can't wait to see the look on my clients' faces when they see this amazing itinerary. I love what I do. What's on your to-do list for today? So again, if I were a travel advisor, I'd be giving some really good insight into the type of travel that I provide, the type of experience I give my clients when they work with me, and again, I'm ending it off with an engaging question. Photo number 4, grabbed a couple of postcards that hang near my desk and took a photo with them, and here's how I would caption this one. These 2 postcards may not look like much, but I snagged them on my last trip to Tulum, and every time I look at them hanging over my desk, I think about days spent on the beach, eating the best food, and breezy nights spent with good drinks and even better company. What's the last souvenir that you collected? So again, this one's all about me. I'm giving some insight into who I am, what I like to do when I travel, and this is helping to grow my know, like, and trust with my followers, and I'm asking that engagement question. Photo number 5, and I just grabbed another brochure that was kicking around in my office, had a little fun with this one, and here's how I would caption it. Can I tell you a secret? I've been to Jamaica 3 times, but I don't think I love it as much as I love St. Lucia. I know Jamaica is amazing, but there's just something about the smaller Caribbean islands where things are quieter and feel a little bit more remote. What about you? Do you prefer the more popular Caribbean destinations like Jamaica and Dominican Republic, or are you as in love with the smaller islands like St. Lucia and Grenada as I am? Let me know in the comments. So, giving a little bit of insight into the destinations I potentially specialize in, the places I like to travel to, and we're ending off with an engagement question. Okay, last photo. This is such a cliche to say out loud, but when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, or so my grandmother liked to say. So despite the lengthy to-do list of reservations, itineraries, calls, and emails to answer, I'm smiling extra big today, knowing that what I do helps families spend quality time together, create memories, and bond. Nothing better than that, in my opinion. Agree or disagree? So this last one gives some really good insight into the type of niche I specialize in, who I serve, and we're always ending off with that engagement question. And there you have it. That's how easy it is to have your own DIY at-home photo shoot. So altogether, set up and taking my shoot took about 45 minutes. I shot about 20 photos. So if I'm talking about myself on average, 1 to 2 times per week. So I've just created about 2 months worth of content that's focused around me. I'm a big fan of rolling up my sleeves, getting down to work, and using whatever's at my disposal to make magic happen. And I know as a travel advisor, you're good at making magic happen too. So just remember, you don't need any professional equipment, and you don't need to be traveling to create content that includes you in it. So I would love to know when you will host your first DIY photo shoot. Let me know in the comments, and happy posting. I'll catch you on the flip side.